How to Paint Green Necrons by Warzone Morlock 40k. Okay, let's get straight into it. The first colour is Vallejo Sick Green, 72.729, Vallejo Game Air. We're just going to blast it very gently on most of the surface, leaving some black. It's all about the contrast being left behind. And it dries almost instantaneously because it's so thin. So you can go straight in with the second coat almost straight away. Wallop, done. Next colour, Escorpena Green, Scorpion Green as I've been calling it, 72.732. We're going on top of the green that we've just laid down. It just brightens it up and gives you that neon effect, leaving a little bit of the previous colours showing, but being careful not to go over the black that's already there, because it's the shadow and the contrast that we want to maintain. Boom, wallop, done. Next, the colour is light livery green, 72.733. Now this paint is almost semi-translucent, so it's more of a glaze than anything else, and it just changes the tint of the previous green to be that really neon effect. Now this is really important. This is the wash. This is Vallejo Model Wash for dark vehicles, black. It acts just to exaggerate the shadows that have already been created, but I always find it's best to go back in with a wash or even a black and re-establish that depth of black in the shadows and the gaps. Now this is the fun bit, which I can't honestly say I enjoy particularly, but it's Vallejo Model Colour Yellow Green 70954, and it is the arduous task and get a good podcast such as Warhammer podcast ready, because you're going to be here a while, and it's edge highlighting with this super high density pigment paint, which is a godsend really, because if you had to do this twice or even 3 times, you'd have a beard that's down to your feet, you'd be tucking it into your socks. So the process of edge highlighting, I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence, you're just going over the edges. I'll take this opportunity to say check out the Bad Moon Cafe, London's premium wargaming venue. The store might be reopening relatively soon with the London lockdown rules, but until then you've still got the online store for all your Games Workshop products that you might need at a decent discount. You can't send flat whites in the post yet, he's working on that, but he might do it in powdered form. Okay, so that's all the edge highlighting done. As you can see, it's an arduous task, but the end result is one of, I think, of beauty. Now, I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence here. I've lead belched all the metal parts with this brush, given it a little wiggle and applied thusly. Wonderful job. Now, back on the Vallejo Model Wash, this stuff is absolutely fantastic. It's like a super strength non-oil, and it has the properties that I suppose the chemical properties, from what I can tell, of kind of like a contrast paint, where if you apply it thicker and all over in a consistent manner while it's all still fresh and wet, it actually almost highlights itself. It congeals in the flatter areas and leaves the edges more exposed, so it leaves a very satisfying effect, which doesn't really require any highlighting, and if it does, a very light dry brush of a high silver of some sort. But really, for the effect that we want, to contrast against the brightness of the armour, this stuff is a miracle product. Vallejo Model Wash for dark vehicles, black, and it's not black, it's gold, or made of gold. And there we go, the finished product. The highlighting of the power cells in the middle is just the same process, but with a little touch of white in at the end, and the white for the eyes. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to Warzone Morlock 40k and stay in the loop. See you next time.